Ethereum just switched to proof of stake, right? And many of my friends who are actually Ethereum miners, they're wiped out.
Of changing proof of work from fossil power.
Changing the world, one blockchain at a time, with George Levy. Brought to you by Blockchain Institute of Technology.
Hi, and welcome to Changing the World, one blockchain at a time, where we feature the leading minds and personalities in blockchain, Bitcoin, and cryptocurrency. I'm George Levy, and today's guest is Kamran Sorusch. Kamran is a certified senior blockchain professional for Blockchain Institute of Technology based in Cologne, Germany, and the founder of BitCoeln, the Bitcoin Navigator. Kamran specializes in decentralized applications and smart contracts managed via the Bitcoin blockchain. And he's a regular contributor to Blockchain Informer, as well as a very active member of the blockchain and Bitcoin community in Germany. I'm very excited about this specific interview because we're going to be able to look at many things that are going on within Bitcoin. And I'm very excited that you're here. Kamran, great to see you.
Hey, George, great to see you, and thanks for having me.
I'm actually very, very excited. You've been doing some incredible work. You actually went to Austria and you actually covered a lot of the activity there. Before we go into a lot more, I actually want to hear a little bit about that because you were sharing a lot of what was happening at this event. Tell me a little bit more about that experience.
Yeah, well, this event was the Bitcoin 2022 conference in Innsbruck, Austria, and it was a 2 days conference and great content, great speakers, high quality speakers, let's say. And yeah, it was very interesting. I really enjoyed being there and get new input from the people from the scene, German speaking scene in Austria.
Yeah, that's great. And I tell you, I mean, I'm based in Miami, Florida, and really to see what's really going on in your side of the world, specifically with having you there with your expert vision, seeing what's going on, I found really valuable, especially all the buzz. And I would say that, let me not say all the buzz, but a lot of the buzz in the crypto market is the fact that we went through the merge, where Ethereum actually switched from proof of work, moved on to proof of stake. And that has big impact. I want to specifically ask, because you were at a Bitcoin event and your focus is decentralized applications and smart contracts on the Bitcoin blockchain, which is why people say, well, that's what Ethereum's for. No, you focus on doing that on Bitcoin. So my question to you would be, there's a lot of conversations about proof of work and the fact that it's not efficient. What do you think? Is Bitcoin efficient?
It's definitely efficient. And if you think about these things, you have to look from different perspectives. We will come later to that point of energy consumption and proof of work. It's very important, but I think there are solutions, and times have changed, especially in the last 2 years. But from my perspective, it's about trust. It's not the conventional definition of trust between two persons. Now it's a trust between a person like me or like you and the software. Yeah. So we need proof of work to build up that trust between persons, humans, and the software. And proof of work and the consensus mechanism or algorithm shows this trust or tries to fulfill this trust between humans and the software itself. And
that's actually, no, sorry, because it's interesting what you're saying, because I personally, and this is why one of the main reasons why I want to have a conversation with you, I have a hard time with the fact that first, Ethereum just switched to proof of stake, right? And many of my friends who are actually Ethereum miners, they're wiped out. It's like, basically, it's like, where did all of their work, all their gear, all their efforts to be securing the Ethereum network to all of a sudden just be completely disposed of? And then the stakes for you to become a validator on Ethereum are very, very expensive. So it's like only the rich people can do that. And mind you, I don't want to call it rich versus poor, but like I would not be able to just make an investment just to be a validator. Therefore, I have to trust that the guys that are validating, I could trust them, and that's a very, very challenging thing for me.
Exactly. And that's why I said that in Bitcoin, it's not about persons anymore, the trust that you have to build up, because we wanted, or the idea of proof of work was to get rid of, for example, banks or people who are managing the money. So with proof of stake, we are more or less back in this ecosystem. And the good thing, I think, with proof of work is we have to build up confidence and trust with the software, and we know that software because we can look into the code. It's open source. Everybody can look in it, can interpret the code and make his own decisions. So proof of work, very important to build up trust. But to do this, to build up this trust, we need a lot of energy, because a lot of calculation is ongoing in the proof of work mechanism. And because of this, I think proof of work is a much better choice. And now I think we always ask the wrong question when we talk about proof of work.
What questions are those? So it's like if you were to say, what questions should we be asking, instead of saying, are we consuming too much electricity and all these miners and all these different calculations done worldwide?
Well, my experience is, when I look into the discussions, is that people only ask, is Bitcoin consuming too much energy? Yes, it is. It's a fact. But other things or other industries also consume energy to give a value to people. And Bitcoin is giving us the value of a strong money. So what we try, or what Bitcoin is doing, is it's consuming energy, but we have to look, how is it consuming energy? What kind of energy is it? I think this is one of the most important questions that we have to raise. Is it traditional energy like fossil energy, or is it sustainable energy? And what we see nowadays, with the help of the Bitcoin Mining Council, that a Bitcoin industry, or the mining industry, is using more and more sustainable energy.
One question, Kamran, for people that actually want to follow your work, because you're doing a lot of things and you're regularly publishing, you're contributing to BitCoeln, how can people follow you? How can they learn more about you?
One destination definitely is LinkedIn, because I'm posting there all my work that I'm doing at the moment. For example, blockchaininformer.com. I release some articles there, and BitCoeln.de. This is kind of coaching platform for people which is working together with the Blockchain Institute of Technology very closely. So yeah, we want to, or our objective is, or our purpose is, to bring blockchain closer to the people, to create an understanding for the whole thing, because it's quite complex, but we try to make things easier for people.
That's very, very valuable. And I'm glad you're doing this work. One of the reasons why I'm actually so excited about this interview is that your primary focus is the Bitcoin blockchain. So when you're talking about smart contracts, many people are not aware that you can do many things on the Bitcoin blockchain. And you actually are doing some incredible work making that aware. Thank you so much for doing that kind of work.
You're welcome, George, and thank you very much for having me.
I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something in the process. I bring you brand new videos every single week, so make sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm George Levy. We're changing the world, one blockchain at a time. See you next time.